Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Jay, and today I'm going to be going over Talkbox misconceptions that are kind of floating out there. So before we start, if you learned anything in the video or if you enjoyed it, please press like and then also subscribe. It helps me out a lot. There's also links in the description for all the gear that I'm using here now, so go ahead and check those out if you want. The last thing is, at the end of the video, I'm going to be going over some changes that are going to be happening in the channel and then an update for any of my subscribers or anybody who cares. So please stick around for that. It's pretty important. All right, let's get on with the video. All right, so one of the first things I want to go over is how a Talkbox works. So the first thing that makes a Talkbox work is you need a sound source. So whether that be a synthesizer or a guitar, those seem to be the two most popular ways of producing a sound for your Talkbox. So I use a synthesizer. I know in a lot of rock bands they use a guitar. It's the same basic thing. So you're first going to need a synthesizer. The synthesizer is going to create a sound, and it's usually something like a sawtooth wave, so I'll let you hear it. So it sounds something like this. All right, and then the signal from the synthesizer is going to go into the Talkbox. And the Talkbox, what it is essentially is it's a small speaker enclosed in a box. So the sound is going to travel from the synthesizer to the Talkbox, and then the speaker is going to emit the sound. The sound is going to go up the tube and then into your mouth, and that's when you can mouth the words to to sing or to create something. All right, so now that we know how it works, let's go on to the first misconception that I see a lot of people making. Okay, so the very first one is the sound is coming out of your mouth. I have a lot of comments on my videos where people try to connect the output on the Talkbox to their computer and they're not getting any sound, or they're only getting the sound of the synthesizer. They don't understand that the actual singing is coming out of your voice. It's exactly like singing or recording any acoustic instrument. So I'll show you guys one more time.
The sound is coming right out of my mouth.
So here's the sound without it in my mouth. And then from there.
Whoa.
So essentially, it's not a digital signal. Yeah, you can't record it as a digital signal. It's not a digital signal. It's basically acoustic sound coming out of your mouth. So you would record it with a microphone. The Talkbox and synthesizer shouldn't be connected to your computer. If you try to record it that way, you're only going to get the sound of the synthesizer. You're not going to get the sound of your mouth. So you record a Talkbox with a microphone. All right, so the next big misconception that I see people making is they think that you actually sing or you make noises like how you're hearing me talk right now. You actually sing into the Talkbox. You don't, in a sense, you don't sing into the Talkbox. You don't use your own voice. You don't go la 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 la. So all you're doing is mouthing the words, and then also you want to say the consonants like S, T's, C's, K's, things like that, because the Talkbox can't make those noises. It can't go k or t. So you have to make those noises with your mouth. But all of the other vowels and all the other letters, it's all done with the Talkbox. So I'll give you another example. So if I wanted to say hello without the Talkbox, it would sound like this. Something along those lines. And then once I use the Talkbox and the synthesizer together and my mouth, it sounds like this.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
So yeah, so like I said, you don't actually say anything when you're using a Talkbox. You let the synthesizer make all the noises. So another big one that I see that gets brought up every once in a while is people think this technology is new. Now, it's actually been used for a really long time. I think the first time I ever heard a Talkbox was it's on an album called Pete Drake and his Talking Steel Guitar, and the song's called Forever. Some of you might have heard it before. and that was back in like the 50s or the 60s. So it's definitely not a new instrument. This thing's been, it's been around for a while, and especially in rock music. And even now, it's been used as recent as J. Cole Workout and Kanye's Workout Plan, and then also 24 Karat Magic. So yeah, definitely not new technology, but people are still finding ways to make it interesting and to fit it with all the music that's coming out now. All right, so the very last thing, and I guess it's the biggest thing that people get wrong about Talkboxes, is that they always call it auto-tune. And I think that's mainly because people really don't know what it is when they hear it. They don't understand that it's a Talkbox, and it kind of sounds like, the closest thing they probably heard was auto-tune, so they just call it auto-tune. Now, I'll give you an example of auto-tune and what that sounds like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And auto-tune, what it is it takes your vocal recording. So if you're singing, it takes your vocal recording, and through software, it actually puts it puts the notes that you're singing into key with the software program. And then another thing that people get mixed up is they also call it a vocoder. And I actually have a vocoder on my microKORG here, so I'm going to show you guys what that sounds like. So vocoder, essentially what it's doing, without getting too deep into the specifications on how it works, a vocoder takes the signals from the synthesizer, and then it modulates your voice with the keys that you're playing. And then a Talkbox, obviously, I already explained what it was before, and I showed you guys. The three of them are very different things, and I think the more people that know about it, you can kind of figure out what's what. So those were the most common misconceptions about the Talkbox. I just kind of wanted to clear the air around that so everyone can kind of be on the same page. All right, so I'm actually going to talk about my channel real quick. So as you guys can see, I'm not in my regular studio. That is because around December of 2020, I'm going to be moving into a new house, and I'm going to have a completely new studio. I'm actually going to put out a video for it and show you guys all the new gear that I'm buying. So subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Stick around for that. We're going to have a lot of fun. The next thing I wanted to mention is that this channel, although I do a lot of Talkbox stuff, this isn't only a Talkbox channel. I also do a lot of other music related things. I do a lot of DAW tutorials, and then eventually I also want to start making my own beats and showing you guys how I do that and how I produce my own music. So if you guys are interested in that, please go ahead and subscribe. Next year it's going to be awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you all there. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.
Oh, hi, I have an interview with you.
Yes,
What time is it?
I'll talk to you exactly.
Oh, I didn't realize it was so late. Well, it's all right with you. It's all right with me. What can I tell you?
All about your past, your present, and your future.